Hello, everyone. Yes, I am in my truck. I am going to do this as safely as possible, so don't worry. I won't be looking away to look at the camera. But I just wanted to update you guys. I've been wanting to, and I just have literally been finding it difficult to find the words to what it is that I want to say, because it just, the past couple weeks have been a little bit surprising to me. So I was on week 3 of my nursing assignment, my very first travel assignment, and I had 4 shifts scheduled in a row, and I went in to work my first 2, and I came back for night 3, and when I came back, I learned, surprise, they decided to end my contract. And I was very surprised, and I won't go into full details because I just feel like that's not, I don't want to discuss things about the facility or whatever. It wasn't a big, a huge thing that I did as far as, I didn't do anything that would really, in my eyes, warrant termination. I don't understand, why that happened. But that was their decision. And I literally came home and called my husband and was like, what the heck just happened? So we talked and was trying to figure out what was going on. And I had already purchased a non-refundable plane ticket to come home that Friday, but we decided, you know what, I'm just going to come home. So instead of flying the Friday before Christmas, instead I packed up my truck and I came back home. So I was very much surprised that all happened. And, I talked to my recruiter, and it sounds like that does happen on occasion. That sometimes the hospitals and staff aren't a good fit, and maybe that's what it was. I don't know if it was my personality. But there was apparently a CNA who claims that I said something and I didn't, but whatever. Regardless, I'm home. And now, I've been home since the Friday before Christmas, and I had decided I was going to take that time. I said, you know what? The week before Christmas, I'm not really going to worry as much about the fact that I'm home and I'm not working, because I'm going to appreciate the fact that I was home with my family and I got to spend Christmas with my family. And that was something that I wasn't going to be able to do if I was going to continue on that assignment. So, yay that I got to be home with my family, and especially my 8-year-old really appreciated that. But now I'm trying to decide what my next course of action is. Is that to go on another travel nursing assignment? And my recruiter has found another one, but it's in the same region, so I would be about the same distance away. Different hospital organization, but I had actually hoped that she was going to get me one closer, and that didn't happen. My 8-year-old doesn't want me to go. He is wanting me to stay close to home. He is very much a mama's boy. He loves mama, and he very much wants me to be home and working, close to home. So, I have to decide, is the travel life for me? Now, we knew going in that there was going to be these periods of times where I would be away from home. I just have never been away from them like that. I've only been away for short periods of time. So I don't think we were all fully prepared for what it meant for me to be away for 13 weeks. And I don't know. I think the travel nurse pay is nice, but what I'm trying to decide is, do I want to give it another go and see, is this really something that I can do? Or do I want to try to just find another local job? And I've actually applied for a couple local jobs because, the hiring process and everything takes forever. So if I were to go ahead and just decide I'm going to do the local job route, it's going to be a hot minute before that happens. Or do I want to even, I don't know, come up with some other option, which I don't know what that is, but so. My husband and I have discussed it. I love, my husband is one of the most supportive people ever in all of this because he's like, don't sweat it. He doesn't want me to go super far away either because he knows that it was difficult on me and my 8-year-old. I know it's silly, but I feel like if I at least had my cat with me, and I know that's silly, but being completely alone was kind of rough. But if I took my cat with me, if I was able to find somewhere with that, it might be a little bit easier. And maybe because it's winter and I'm worried that when I'm down there, the roads will be difficult and I won't be able to get back home as much as I would like to. I was hoping to be a little bit closer, like I said, because if it was something where I could drive home in a few hours as opposed to basically taking half a day or all day to do, that kind of makes it harder to come home during short periods of time off. So, what is your feedback? I'd like some comments. Post your comments down below here about what you think I should do. Should I go ahead and give it another go, at the very least, and maybe it turns out that I find a better fit for an organization and I like it? This one would be a smaller facility. Or do I say travel nursing is not for me and try to find something closer to home? I wanted to like this. I did, because I wanted this to be an adventure and I wanted to learn something new, and it just, the first one did not work out, and it is what it is. But yeah, what do you think I should do? And any of you who are already experienced travel nurses, what is your advice? What do you do? And if you have a family, how do you deal with being away from them? I think if I didn't have my 8-year-old, which I do, and I'm not, there's nothing I can do about changing that, obviously, it would be a little bit easier. My older 2 kids are both adult ages. My daughter is leaving for college in a few weeks, so she won't even be home during the time that I would be away. My 21-year-old, I don't think he really, has an opinion either way. Although he knows that mom usually takes care of most of the things. So, yeah, I think the hardest part is my youngest son, because we are pretty close, and he is, he's still young, and he's still dependent on mom. And he, my husband is there for him. It's not like he's alone. And my older 2 kids, although, like I said, my daughter's going off to college, but my oldest son is there to help out with him. But it's not mom, right? It's not mom. So, what do you think? What should I do? And I definitely will say I learned a lesson from this first assignment. I learned a lesson. And I think the lesson is the fact that I know I have a big mouth. And sometimes my big mouth gets myself into trouble. So, I'm going to have to remember to keep that big mouth quiet. So, anyway, post in the comments what you'd like me to do? If it was you, what would you do? Obviously, in the end, it is my own decision, and so I will have to make that for myself, but I'm trying to just gather a little feedback. Okay, everybody, you take care out there. Happy New Year. I don't know if I'll post again before the New Year, but stay safe. Don't go drinking and driving and all that good stuff. And yeah, I don't do anything for New Year. I stay home. It's either I'm home or I'm working. That's what I always do for New Year's. So yeah. All right, Happy New Year. Take care. See ya.